Do you ever think why our fingers shrink in water when we stay for long? Why we got those goosebumps? Why newborns cry without tears? What do babies dream about? In this video, you will know the reasons with interesting facts that will surely surprise you. So watch that video till end. Do you ever think why white spots on your nails appear? Actually, these are a common indicator of injury that can also happen due to other causes, including fungus, mineral deficiency, and heavy metal poisoning. Many healthy adults will notice spots in their nails at some point in their lives. People seem to think the small pink and white bumps on a person's tongue are taste buds, but actually those bumps on your tongue are not taste buds. And these are called papilli, and they house the taste buds, which cannot be seen by the naked eye. A tongue contains anywhere from 2000 to 10,000 taste buds. Some die off every couple of weeks and they are replaced with new ones. Just like your fingerprints, your lips are completely unique. If all 7.8 billions of us on the planet did a lipstick print on a tissue, not one print would be identical to another. Your lips do not have any sweat or oil glands. Your lips have more than 1,000,000 different nerve endings, making them one of the most sensitive parts of your body and 100 times more sensitive than your fingertips. The brain uses about a fifth of your body's total oxygen supply. Because oxygen helps send nerve signals and messages throughout the body. When the brain doesn't get enough oxygen, brain cells begin to die. Cell death happens within 5 minutes of low oxygen. Remarkably, despite its relatively small size, the brain accounts for about 20% of the oxygen. Do you know the sweat is a liquid made from 99% water and 1% salt and fat? Sweat glands occur all over the body but are most numerous on the forehead, armpits, the palms, and the soles of the feet. Its main function is to control body temperature. As the water in the sweat evaporates, the surface of the skin cools. While women have just as many active sweat glands, men produce more sweat per gland than women do. This is why men sweat more than women. The average life expectancy for an American is 78.8 years. That means that by the time we die, we have likely consumed about 73,646 pounds of food. That's basically digesting 6 elephants over the course of a lifetime. Can two people have the same fingerprints? No. Two people have never been found to have the same fingerprints. Each of us have different fingerprints, but we all have 66 lines on our thumbprint. Even identical twins don't have the same fingerprints. Similar to fingerprints, everyone also has a unique tongue print. Seeing the tongue's potential as a identify verification tool, Chinese researchers have recently been working on a 3D tongue image database. The lungs are the only organ that can float on water because each of your lungs contain about 300 million balloon-like structures called alveoli, which replace the carbon dioxide waste in your blood with oxygen. When these structures are filled with air, the lungs become the only organs in the human body that can float. According to a new study, people cannot rely on their sense of smell to awaken them to the danger of fire. Study participants detect odors when awake and in the early transition into sleep, but once asleep, they did not sense any kind of smell. Not only does cartilage grow, but ear loops also elongate from gravity, which can make ears look even larger. Ears are 90% grown by age 6, and our noses are almost fully grown by the time we are teens, but both can change shape and appear to enlarge as we age. Newborns typically won't shed any tears because their tear ducts are still developing after birth. Most babies start crying tears around 2 weeks of their age, but some little ones can take longer to develop the ducts, usually by the age of 2 months. Now we know that prune fingers are caused by shrinking blood vessels. When you soak in water, Your nervous system sends a message to your blood vessels to shrink. Your body responds by sending blood away from the area, and the loss of blood volume makes your vessels thinner. The skin folds in over them, and this causes wrinkles. It's not fully clear why this happens, but scientists believe this process evolved so you can have a better grip when your hands are wet. Goosebumps are the result of tiny muscles flexing in the skin, making hair follicles rise up a bit. This causes hair to stand up. People often talk about goosebumps when they are very excited. Intentionally pleasurable experiences can cause the brain to release dopamine. Dopamine is a chemical that plays a role in motivation, reward, and pleasure. Those that experience more goosebumps are also found to be more sociable, forming stronger friendships and having less arguments with their friends and family. Do you know the babies love red the most? Actually, bright colors help the child to develop their visual capacity. Having said this, babies favor shades of red above all. These remind them of the light that penetrated through their mother's abdominal wall while she was pregnant. As the children develop and grow, their dreams do too. Toddler dreams are usually just snapshots, looking much more like a slideshow than a movie when compared to the dreams of adults. They heavily feature animals and other familiar sights like images of people eating.